disappointment followed the very much anticipated speech from Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, the president of Nigeria, over the pandemic coronavirus. General Buhari did not say anything new. A lot of people were expecting him to have said something new. I mean, if he can't come up with these things, I think he has professionals that write scripts that he comes out to read. General Buhari did not say anything new. Iwela already told us to wash our hands and socially distance ourselves. We want to hear what he plans to do to help. Nothing like that. Instead, he was praising himself. A robot would have done better. These are the reactions of Nigerians out there. Some of them even came up with figures. General Buhari boasted about providing 15 billion naira intervention fund. Nonsense. That is 37 million naira and $1 million for a population of 200 million people. That is less than the 150 billion naira he budgeted for National Assembly. And you need to look at the number of people over there in the National Assembly and the needs that we believe they have. These are people that have stolen money over time. Some of them are ex-governors. India released $27 billion for food alone. How can the federal government compete with the private sector in amount provided as relief? You collect taxes, oil rents, abacha loads, and many other money that they make from resources. And all the federal government could allocate is 15 billion naira. The private sector give more. Why do we pay you tax? Why do we have a government? These are questions that have been put forward to Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, the president of Nigeria, in which they said Buhari live broadcast is full of lies. What a toy president. How can the federal government compete with the private sector in amount provided? General Buhari ordered a lockdown of Lagos State, Abuja, and Ogun State. Now, these areas have already been on lockdown for over a week. Does it mean Buhari did not know this? How can you ask people to stay indoors without providing adequate relief to them? No palliative support measures put in place. No social assistance. It is said that the state government will provide certain amount of money to civil servants that are already home, probably from the federal government or from the state government, whatever way it is. What about those women out there that have to go out to sell goods, sell their products in order to bring money home? Is there any social assistance? These are issues that we need to look into. There is no one on the street that does not pay tax. Ordinarily, that guy selling pure water, that other woman there just at the corner roasting corn, you will find the local government agents moving back and forth, collecting money from them. Everybody in Nigeria pays tax, apart from some of those big companies that many of these criminals own. Maybe some of them that belong to their friends, and some of these groups of people don't pay anything to the government. Those are the ones that do not pay. But everybody, an average citizen in Nigeria, pays tax one way or the other. Now, General Buhari said the school feeding program should go on. Has he been living in a cave? Google it. The states have been complaining that the program had been abandoned. He is unaware. So students will stay at home and eat at school? What kind of precedent is this? How can you talk about school feeding program going on if the children are at home? Nigeria has a strategic food reserve established by previous governments. If General Buhari had compassion, he should have ordered that the grains be released to Nigerians. After all, during Ramadan, government shares all of these goods. Why not now? They have cows that they give to pastors, Islamic clerics all over the nation. Why can't they come up with this and begin to give each group, each state a certain amount of cows, beef, to be slaughtered and to be shared, not with coronavirus, but to be done in a very hygienic environment? Or rather, why don't they come up with money so the people can use this to help themselves in this very trying period? You can imagine the General Buhari talking about his useless trader money now. How is trader money important at this moment? What nonsense. What is the relevance of trader money and power to coronavirus, a pandemic that has shut down the whole world? And at this moment, governments are coming up with money to buffer, to help support the system so that the people will not end up eating themselves. Is the trader money and the end power supposed to mobilize auxiliary health workers, encourage health workers? Are you mobilizing this on their behalf? No. What is the essence of trader money and end power? In summary, General Buhari coronavirus broadcast was just hot air. It did not redirect the $37 billion budgeted to renovate National Assembly or the $150 billion budgeted for less than 500 reps and senators towards providing relief for Nigerians. It did not redirect this at all and say, now we need this. If you go to some countries, their ministers are already donating their salary because they know they've earned a lot previous years, and now they are donating their salary. What is happening to Buhari? Why can't Buhari donate his own salary? It's a shame. I even thought the senators and those criminals in the House of Rep will come out to donate their salary to Nigerians, and we'll see it, not just audio money that we'll actually see, but none of them are actually doing this. It shows that they never had charity, no empathy, nothing exists inside of them. They only think of their own personal self. Wickedness is all they are all about. General Buhari said he has instituted adequate fiscal measures. That is a lie. He has done little or nothing for individuals and businesses. No economic package for citizens forced to stay at home, even while National Assembly, they share exotic cars among them. They come up one time and say, okay, you know what? This time around, we are going to buy new cars. And they begin to look at the model of the car that they are all going to have. This is terrible. This is terrible. Finally, if I have to describe General Muhammadu Buhari's broadcast, I would say it is dishonest, disjointed, symptomatic of the incompetence and cluelessness of a man who wants to feed school children while there are no children in school. No children at all in any school. Yet he said he wants to feed them. What is this all about? This man is someone that is clueless, incompetent and clueless. Whatever you have to describe Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, you can drop that in the comment section. I've just said what I see him as. He's a dishonest man, disjointed, probably has dementia, incompetence, clueless, wicked. Buhari cannot say he doesn't know that the children are already home. If they are home, why is he talking about feeding them? Are you going to feed them in their home? Before General Buhari's broadcast, Nigerians suspected that they were on their own already. After the live broadcast, Nigerians were sure now that they are on their own. Just read out the lies that he gave. No conviction in his voice. What a toy president. It's serious. Now, let us forget about food sharing now. Let us talk about money being put in people's account. Food banks, not the ones that will be infected with viruses. Money given to people, and people can actually go out to buy food once in a while with following the social distancing protocol and the rest of the World Health Organization rules and regulations, just like how it is done in other countries. There are countries that are on total shutdown at the moment, like Italy. But question is how do they feed? These are the questions that government should begin to ask, to begin to look into how they are going to go to the next level and next stage. And forget about, yes, we want this virus to actually go off, but after it has done what it needs to do to them in government, so as to understand that they need to build good hospitals. This is the time for them to focus, not listening to someone here and there saying the virus is gone. When they see that the virus is infecting one person, the next day it has infected another person. Now, Reno Omokri also has something to say as regards Buhari's broadcast. Buhari's directive is aimed at containing the spread of COVID-19 across the country. No. Now, reacting to this, he tweeted, before General Muhammadu Buhari broadcast, Nigerians suspected that they had no one. And now they have come to realize that they are on their own. And that's just what it is. If you're not a member of this channel, let's grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will notify you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.